So, how rad is this? In the last video, I talked about my Stam compressor being shipped, and it's arrived a couple of days early, which is brilliant because now it means I can do an unboxing, a first impressions, the installation, and then hopefully some sound clips. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start unpacking. Okay, let's get this racked up. Okay, so now, let's move you. Hello. Everything's set up reasonably. Kind of just pulled this out so that I can fit the compressor in. So now we're going to take a look at running some audio through it and seeing what we've got. Initially what I want, and what I've wanted for a while, is to run from a Neve-ish, API-ish flavoured preamp into an SSL compressor and then back into the box. So the test that I'm going to do is going to run through the Phoenix first, then into the Stam, just so that we're clear. Right, I'm going to do some cabling. BRB. So I've got the compressor racked up now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my iPhone, hello, to show you the settings that I'm using. So at the moment, for this example, I'm going to be using the ratio of 2:1, with the attack at 0.3, release on auto. I'm going to turn off the high pass filter actually, and then I'm going to use the makeup gain to make sure that we're not losing any volume. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a screen recording and show it in comparison to my usual SSL style compressor, which is the Townhouse. So I should probably start that screen recording, This song is by Graphic Nature. This is the single called Grit that we did last year. I will link the final mix, which was actually mastered by Mike at Rogue Planet. Amazing person, amazing gentleman, businessman, amazing set of ears, really great. But in this case, Mike, I am going to butcher what you did in my own way, so really sorry. Yeah, so Graphic Nature sound without compression sound like... So there's a lot of really healthy snare and kick transients there. Hopefully, the compressor will latch onto that. It's just going to be interesting to see what that sounds like. So what I'll do is, once I've had a play with the settings and I've found something that I like, I'll print that in, and then I'll bring it all into the box and compare the two side by side. But I'm going to have to stop the screen recording and swap over what it's monitoring, because at the moment it's monitoring my converters, and then I need it to monitor the internal sound card afterwards, so this might be a bit janky. So let's get Mr. iPhone back. Cool. think that's pretty grabby. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to track. So I'm going to track that back into the box now. Okay, that's probably enough, so I can keep that to one side. So this is the SSL, no, it's the Stam SA4000mkii. That guy can go down here. And then the next thing that I can do is I'm going to take this section. Let's delete the rest of the song. Gone. I'm going to bring that back around through, and I'm going to match the settings, and I'm going to print this in place. So this is the... sorry, that... Yeah. That's... Why are you not showing me anything? Cool, let's print that back in. That's the plugin setup. That seems like the same settings. Did it get everything right? Yeah, cool. I'll just track it back in now. Cool, we have our two versions. So then this is the BX Townhouse. So we can have a look. Let's make sure that whilst muted I'm going to mute the main output so that now I can check the levels on the faders to make sure that they are registering equal amounts of volume so that we don't get tricked when swapping between the two. Seems fairly even to me. Alright, let's have a listen then. That is really cool. I'm really... Right, I'm going to see if I can highlight what I'm hearing. Both are really cool sounding. But this has now made my... You know when you sort of just have a think about... do I regret buying what I bought? The answer here, no, I don't. Now that I've had time to sort of sit down and have a listen, I'm going to show you what I'm hearing. Oh my god. Right. So, I've now got it alternating every bar. This is the biggest change for me. Right, I'm just going to find the same section. And I'm just going to do this because I think this should highlight what I'm hearing. Okay, so the bottom one being the Stam, what I'm hearing, pardon me, oh, I'm so excited, this is really cool. What I'm hearing is I'm hearing the drum kit come forward. We're talking like 5% difference, but if you're stacking up multiples of 5% across and throughout a whole mix, it can add up to being quite a big change, especially if you're going back through over and over. Yeah, I hear just a push of mid-range, a bit more saturation overall, which you could probably get from messing with the V-gain or the headroom within the townhouse. I think it would be virtual gain, I think. I think there's a way of cranking this, but without changing the dB of compression. But still, this plugin is amazing. There's more sub-lows within this guy. It does feel a little bit recessed, which is fine if that's what you're looking for within the compressor. The Stam just reminds me of sitting at the desk. It just feels like everything just kind of goes, oh, I'm paying attention now. I'm here. That's really cool. Okay. Forgive me for this being a bit wonky or a bit of a weird video. My studio is everywhere. It's -4 at the moment. The aircon's on, so it might sound a bit odd. Really sorry. But this is so cool. Okay, I'm really stoked. I'm gonna go get my life on track and edit this video, put it together, and get it ready to go online. So, well, you're already watching it, so I obviously made it in time. Anyway. What would you like? Would you like to see more of this? Do you want to see like more of the compressor or more stuff? If there are bits and pieces of equipment that I might have already used that you want to know about, that you might be thinking about purchasing, let me know. I feel like I have a grasp on most stuff, but you know, just let me know. Yeah, but until then, subscribe, bell button, find me on Instagram, be best friends, don't be a dick, don't be a dick. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.